Hey everybody, Dr. Zach here with Aspire Health Clinical Chiropractic. Thank you all for joining me as we continue the biohacking series. So, we talked a little bit about resveratrol and cordyceps and a few other supplements up to this point. Today we are going to be diving into vitamin D and its importance. Again, for those of you who don't know, biohacking is just basically going to be a plethora of things that I personally do to kind of improve the quality of my life. So what I wanted to do is kind of make a small series of not only what I do, but why, and kind of dives into a little bit of a intricate fabrication, if you will, for some of the reasons of doing what I do. So today we're going to be talking about vitamin D, and there is just going to be so many health benefits and great things that vitamin D does for you, but I'm just going to kind of jump on one thing, and that really kind of boils down to your gut microbiome along with just your overall gut health. So a little backstory on why gut microbiome is important. I'll probably do an entire series on gut health because it is becoming very prominent, and there's just a lot of cool, fascinating things that y'all need to know about. But anyways, diving into the vitamin D component, obviously you get it from the sun and blah, 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 all that stuff. But the reason that I take it and the significant fact behind it is basically going to be the significance that it has on your gut lining. So you have your intestines, and your intestines are basically this long tube that is folded up, and it continues to fold, but also in the folds you have like cracks and crevices, and it just continues to get smaller and smaller and smaller, and like more crumpled up. The reason for that is to increase the surface area. You absorb things in your intestines, so it is very nice to have a lot of places to absorb. If it was just a flat panel, it really wouldn't work too well. So that's why there's all these like grooves and ridges and little crypts and all of these things that kind of allow you to use your space more sparingly, I guess you could say, allowing you to have more surface area in your intestines to allow you to absorb more nutrients when you eat your food. So coming back to vitamin D, and the cool significance behind it is basically going to be allowing the stem cells in your gut to become more prominent in the sense of allowing it to repair and replenish itself. So obviously there's going to be some wear and tear with anything that you do in life, and intestines are no different. Kind of something weird to talk about, but anyways, so vitamin D, what it does is it helps the stem cells inside these crypts. So you have your tube of intestine, and then it's crumpled up, and then inside on a very, very microscopic level, you have these little crypts, or these little in pockets, and essentially what happens there are these little microvilli, these little finger-like projections that kind of increase the surface area. But what it allows you to do is have an interaction with the food and the bacteria and the compounds in your intestines, and that's where the absorption actually takes place. So on a very micro level, vitamin D helps these little finger-like projections to basically kind of stay healthy because they are constantly being replaced, and there's just a whole bunch of things that can happen, which we'll talk about in another series of what happens when your GI tract or your intestines become disrupted and damaged from either the food, the stress, or the environment that you kind of put in there. So vitamin D, just a real cool snippet of what it is. It just really helps your intestines. That's just going to be one of the major contributing factors of why it's super beneficial for you. I'll probably just bring it back up and we'll kind of touch on a few other things that it does. But for this video, it's really good for your stomach lining. So hope you enjoy. Take your vitamin D. Until next time, take care.